Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. I am a full-time reseller and I have been reselling for about 5 years now, actually almost 6 years, which is hard to believe. I started part-time reselling back in March of 2019, and in today's video I'm going to be talking all Depop, everything Depop, the basics of Depop, how to list on Depop, some tips, some things to do, some things not to do, all Depop today. So let's just dive right into it. I'm not going to have a real long intro today. I did write some notes down so I would not forget anything. So if you see me looking down at any point, that's why. But the first thing I'm going to be going over are some tips for Depop. I'm also going to be showing you how to list on Depop. Like, I'm literally going to be doing a listing with you, both on the computer and the app. I actually have never started a listing in Depop myself. I typically start my listings in eBay. I then import them to Vendoo, which is the cross-listing service that I use. And then from there, I will cross-list to Depop. But today, we're going to be starting a listing, actually 2 listings together. Like I said, one in the computer, one on the app. So kind of learning as we go, but I want to kind of show you guys exactly how to do it so there's no confusion. The first thing I want to say is, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I used to hate Depop. Like, I know hate is a strong word, but I used to dislike it. And for one, I think it's because I was not consistent over there. That's my number one tip. You have to be consistent. Just like any other platform, Depop's algorithm likes if you're consistent, if you're listing new listings every day. They also like when you refresh your listings. So I've heard. This is actually kind of controversial, but I feel like ever since I have started refreshing my listing, which literally is kind of like sharing on Poshmark, you have to just go in, edit the listing, repost it, and then it will show as refreshed. I feel like ever since I started doing that consistently and listing consistently and even delisting and relisting consistently over there, just like I do on every other platform, I feel like I really have seen consistent sales, and Depop has quickly become one of my favorite platforms that I sell on. I also sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Mercari is definitely my number 4 platform. I do not like it. I barely get any sales over there. And then Depop used to be my 3rd platform, but it's definitely in 2nd place behind eBay, quickly going up to 1st place because there's some days on Depop where I have more sales and better sales than I do on eBay, which is actually wild to me. I never thought that would have been true 6 months ago when I first started listing consistently. I don't know. It was definitely a completely different ballgame. So that's another thing I'm going to say. You're not going to see sales from Depop overnight. Now you will. You'll have some stragglers, you know what I mean? Especially on some very highly sought after pieces. But just like when you started your reselling business, just like any other platform, especially if you're just starting on Depop, you know, you're new over there, it's going to take you a little while to get some momentum, to please the algorithms, to get a couple sales under your belt, to get a couple reviews under your belt. It's not going to happen in a week or even a month. Like, I have been consistently listing over there since, I want to say, about July. So probably about 5 months actually. I think July is really when I was like, you know what, Ashley, you need to take Depop serious. You need to add it to the list of the platforms that you're listing on. And ever since then, I haven't stopped listing over there. Another thing I want to say is you want to list everything over there. A lot of people say, and this is kind of true, you know, vintage and Y2K items, retro items, definitely do better over there, but you will sell some one-off, like, weird, just random brands over there as well, like J. Jill, Old Navy. Like, you never know. So cross-list everything over there. It's not like they have a limit. It's not like they limit you on how much you can list. So definitely cross-list all of your inventory, even if it's not vintage Y2K. Like I said, those vintage and Y2K pieces definitely do a lot better for sure, but cross-list everything. What is happening? Oh, eBay, I have an offer. Duluth Trading Co. I think I'm going to accept that. Actually, I just listed those pants that buyer sent me an offer on less than a week ago. I got them last week at the bins. They're Duluth Trading Co. Firehouse, Fire Hose, Flex something pants. They actually have almost a 100% sell-through rate, and they don't sell for a ton, but I got them from the bins. I paid less than $1. Actually, I think I paid $1.02 if I'm being honest. And then the buyer sent me an $18 offer, which they were selling right between, honestly, that $18 to $24 mark. I listed them around $25, so totally fine accepting that offer, and they sold really quick. So if you ever leave behind Duluth Trading Co., especially the pants, the men's pants, they love them. Definitely look up comps. They do great. Anyway, I feel like I kind of got off my train of thought there, but like I said, number one thing, list consistently, list every single day. If you're able to, delist and relist. I use Vendoo for that. And then when you get sales, make sure you ship quickly. Make sure you're answering buyers, because a lot of buyers will have questions over there. Unfortunately, Depop, you can only add, I think, 8 pictures. It's not a lot. So a lot of times I won't be able to add my measurement pictures. I'll have a lot of measurement questions over there. A lot of other questions. I personally do not ship worldwide over there. I only ship in the US. I am kind of weary about that. I don't know if maybe I want to try that to have a wider span of buyers being able to buy my items. I might experiment with that, but as of now, I do not do worldwide shipping. Kind of sketches me out, and I don't, like I said, I need to look into it a little more. I don't know exactly how it works with Depop. And then another tip I'm going to say, oh, hi, mailman. I didn't have any packages go out today. Actually, he was really late. I think he just pulled away. That's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He's been coming late lately. Poor guy. Oh my gosh, it is so cold and windy today. It is like 33 degrees out, but it feels like 22 degrees. I just looked at the weather before I started this video, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, poor guy. But if you already have inventory on other platforms, my suggestion would be to, when you're starting to cross-list a Depop, definitely pick out those vintage and more trendy Y2K items first to list to Depop, because you're definitely going to do, you're going to have more success with those items. But again, I can't stress enough that you want to list everything over there. You never know what will sell. Like, I have sold blankets before. I have sold just random stuff that I never really thought that would sell on Depop. Also, another thing I wanted to mention is they have really, really low fees, which they recently changed this year sometime in 2024. It is December right now, 2024, but they recently changed their fee structure, and their fees are really, really low. Like, typically on my sales of about $20, they're taking about $1 or $1.50. A $25 sale I had the other day, they took $1.61, and that is it, which is amazing. Next to Mercari, who has 0 fees for sellers, that is probably the platform with the lowest fees. Like, I can definitely handle $1 and some odd change out of my sale, and that also allows me to accept offers better. Another tip I will say, which I cannot believe I did not write this down and did not think of it till right now, but the way that offers are on Depop, unfortunately, it's one of the biggest cons I think about the platform, is offers are not binding. So I actually heard month or two ago that they changed this, that they were going to be starting to give the buyer the option of whether or not they want their offer to be binding. So in the past, someone could send you an offer, or even you could send somebody an offer. They could accept, and then I feel like if they accepted your offer, they had to pay right away. But if they sent you an offer and you accepted, they didn't have to A, pay right away. They had like a day or two. Or B, they didn't have to pay at all. They could send you an offer and then just not buy the item. And that still is the case. And honestly, more than half of my offers, people don't pay, which is really, really annoying. But on the other hand, I also get a lot of full price sales on Depop. I will say Depop is my #1 platform as far as full price sales go. And then, oh crap, what else was I going to say? What I started saying a minute ago, and I lost my train of thought, is Depop changed this. So I heard, I don't even remember. Did they email us? I don't know. I might have to Google this and see if it's actually official. Maybe I dreamt it, but I'm pretty sure I heard this or read this somewhere. Depop was giving the buyer the option when they make the offer to the seller, they can make it binding. So that means that they're going to put their payment information in. It means that they're going to pay right away when the seller accepts the offer. I think I've had that happen a couple times, but you also don't know when people make offers if it's binding or not. So super confusing. I wish that is one thing they would change, but it's also a lot of younger kids over there, I think, buying stuff. Not younger kids, but like teens, definitely a younger crowd who buys on Depop for the most part, I think. So it definitely makes sense. Now I'm going to jump onto the computer. I'm going to show you guys how to make a listing from start to finish. I will give you tips on listing, on keywords. You need to use a lot of hashtags on Depop. Actually, first I have to take a picture of an item before we can even list it. I literally just got back from the bins about a half an hour ago, and I had a decent day today. Not gonna lie, I probably will do a haul at some point, so look out for that. But I will be back. We will jump on the computer together and go through a listing. Another thing I want to say before I start photographing is I also heard within the past several months that Depop likes the structure of flat lays, meaning when you take pictures on the floor, which funny enough, I heard that right around the time that I decided to start doing flat lays in my business because it saves me so much time. So most of my items are flat laid, not all of them. Some are hung just because it looks better and like it just has to be. But if you're able to flat lay items, especially like t-shirts, shirts, sweatshirts, stuff like that, definitely a tip. Depop's algorithm and just flat lays seem to do better over there. So I photographed these two items that I'm going to be listing with you guys. They both are technically style-based pickups because, you know, while I have sold these brands many, many times, I do not pick up these brands unless it's a good style. So let me just show you what they are real quick. This first one is the Chico's sweater. I love this brand, but it has to be a good style. It is this brat green color, this super cute, like crochet knit. That is a size 1, the Chico's 1, or a US size large. And then this as well is an older Coldwater Creek piece, super chunky crochet. Like this is so well made. It feels so nice. It kind of reminds me of a doily in the best way possible. I absolutely love this. And again, I picked this up because of style. So if you guys have trouble with style-based pickups at all, like I used to just go after brand, and if it wasn't a good brand, I wouldn't pick it up. Nowadays, I go after style-based pickups more than I feel like I go after brand. Good brands excite me, obviously. If they sell well, if I know it's a good brand that's going to sell well, I get excited if I find it. But I get more excited when I find these really cute pieces. And a group that has helped me a lot with the style-based part of my business and has really helped me expand that side of my business, which is really in my area. I don't find a lot of high-end brands, so I need to know those style-based pickups. But a group that has really helped me is Reseller's Edge University. I just want to take a moment to talk about them. You guys hear me talk about them a lot at this point if you are not new around here, but it is a group that I'm a part of, a mentorship group. They have a website and a Facebook group. There's kind of two parts. The website, there's so many documents, so many videos, for any reseller at any level. Like I feel like anybody would benefit in this group. You know, they have bolo lists, they have tutorials, they have how-tos, they have, I mean, anything you could think of if you have a question as far as building your reselling business from the ground up. It's going to be in that website, in the document hub, if you will. And then also within the website, the university part, they have live calls several times a week where you can jump on with the teachers, with the mentors, Kaylee Elaine and her partner Nikki, and then Bethany and Sean from Trash Panda Thrifts, all run Reseller's Edge, and it is just an incredible group. I feel like I've been a part of it at this point for like half a year, and I absolutely love it. On top of the website, on top of the live calls, you can win one-on-one calls every so often as well. But also the live calls are with the teachers and the rest of the group, and they're focused live calls. So there is a topic at hand. It's not just like you're getting on there hanging out. No, you are learning about stuff and always expanding your knowledge on reselling. And as a reseller, if you're not a new reseller, you know reselling is always changing. In the reselling world, things are changing, styles are changing, brands are changing that are good. I mean, rules are changing on platforms. Things are constantly changing. And I feel like this is a great group that helps me stay in the know as well. And then the Facebook group, I love absolutely so much. I freaking love it. I feel like I don't post as much as I should over there maybe. I'm definitely a silent lurker. I get on there daily and just look at what other people are saying, look at what they're asking questions of, and then look at people's responses. I will sometimes respond to a post if I have some input, but mostly just silently lurking, and I am learning a lot from that alone. But if you ever want to check out Reseller's Edge, I always have the link down in my description. And if you use my link and my code RESTYLEDBYASH, you can get 50% off your first month. Also with that link, that'll take you to a landing page that will describe everything that Reseller's Edge has to offer. I cannot sit here and talk for like 5 hours about everything that it has to offer, so you can go read about it more in depth. But if you use that link, I do get a small kickback, so I really appreciate it. And thank you, Reseller's Edge, for just being such a great group and such a great part of my business. Like, I feel like Reseller's Edge is a little family of sorts. I don't know. It's just very special in my opinion, and I'm very honored to be a part of it. But the next step is going to be listing these items. The first thing I'm going to do is take you guys to my computer. We're going to list a listing together. I've never done this on the computer, I'm being completely honest. So we're going to learn together, but I wanted to show you literally step by step how to list on Depop if you've never done it. That way you're not really scared about it, because in my opinion, it's really easy and there's nothing to be scared of. Okay, you guys, so I wanted to do a legit screen recorder on my computer, but I no longer have one on there anymore. And honestly, my computer runs so slow sometimes that I'm kind of afraid to download a new one. So we're just gonna do it like this. I feel like you could see it pretty clearly. I'm so sorry it's not like official, but you know, it is what it is. So you go up here where it says sell now. I also put the photos over here in my desktop a while. So I believe, yeah, I can just go ahead and drag them in. Yeah, we'll just rearrange them later if we have to. Whoops, what? I told you, we're doing this together. We're learning together. Pardon my unprofessionalism when it comes to this part, but put all your pictures in there. Oh, I didn't put the back picture. I'm going to have to go back and add that later. I did take a back picture of this. I just did not put it in here. So unfortunately, Depop is a little weird. I don't understand. There's no actual spot for a title. If you could see here, it literally just jumps to description. So what I do on the first line of the description, I will put my title. And as far as Vendoo goes, I do the same thing. When I'm cross-listing via Vendoo, in the description part, I will just add my title to the top of it. So for this, I'm going to put vintage, and for shorten, that is VTG. I always want to start with the brand, if it matters. Coldwater Creek is a decent enough brand that I'm going to put it. Crochet cardigan. I always start with brand, and then what it is, and then the gender, women's. And then the size, this is a women's 6. And then I do the color, beige. Whoops. And then I'll do all the keywords. I used to have no idea what keywords were. I never used them. That's another thing that Reseller's Edge really, really helps me with. But on every platform, especially Depop, keywords are very important. So after I put, the base of my title, which is the brand, if it's vintage, I put VTG at the beginning, the brand, what it is, the gender, and the size, and then the color. After that, I will stack my keywords. So I have so many characters left. So in titles on most platforms, on Depop, it's unlimited because it's part of the description. But on most platforms, you have 80 characters. So I used probably about 3/4 of that, and I can stack probably 3 keywords at the end. So I'm going to put bohemian, cottagecore, maybe even Y2K, because I feel like the shortness of this cardigan is giving that Y2K. Could even put beachy in this if I had room, which I'm going to in Depop. I might have to take out some of those keywords with the other platforms when I go to cross-list it. So as you can see so far, I have vintage Coldwater Creek crochet cardigan, women's 6 beige. Now I'm going to put bohemian, cottagecore, Y2K, beachy. And then as far as my description go, typically when I start my listings, I start them in my phone on eBay, like I said, and I have a description kind of format, a template that I copy and paste that I use for all listings. It says features, style profile, flaws, no holes, rips, or stains. Please see photos for measurements. And then we ship out next business day. One thing I will say about Depop is buyers love when I ship out the next day. I think some people and some sellers on Depop take forever to ship. So when I ship out right away, which I do, I ship really quickly, they love it. And most of my feedback in Depop is talking about how quickly I ship. But features, I'm going to put open knit. I always like to put, as many keywords in here as I can. Since this is Depop, this all kind of goes together. But if this was a different platform, the title and description would be different. Style profile is any other keywords that I couldn't fit in the title. So I might put boho. I mean, that's really it. If I could think about anything else. Women's cardigans. Occasion, I don't typically do. It is cotton. Honestly, a lot of these I don't do. No conditions. Oh, okay. Occasion, yeah, I definitely don't do that. Body fit, I normally do not do that either. That's not an option in Vendu, I don't think. Cream white, yes. Source, vintage, pre-loved, age, 2000s, which is also Y2K. Style, they have some style options. Boho, cottage, and then Y2K. And wait a minute. Where are the hashtags? Okay. So people are always talking about hashtags. 5 out of 72. I think the hashtags are also this, like bohemian, cottagecore, beachy. You only have a limited amount of hashtags. Let me go over to Vendu real quick. Like I said, I normally list from Vendu. This is kind of freezing up right now, but I normally list from Vendu. So the screen and everything looks a little bit differently than what it does in Depop. Anyways, okay, let's look on Depop. So on here, oh yeah, tags. But then where do they go once you're in Depop? That's what I'm kind of confused about. Let's go look at a listing. Because I know there's a place in Vendu where you put tags. So when I'm listing in Depop, they counted some of this in my title as tags. Bohemian is a tag. Cottagecore, is that a tag? So I really don't know. Let's look at one of these listings. These are the tags. Boho, cottage, 80s, vintage. Okay, so we definitely want to put vintage. So for tags, I would suggest just putting them at the bottom. If you've already used it, I don't think it's going to let you, but let me see. Actually, yes, it will. Okay, so tags are separate from anything else. I lied. You can use 5 hashtags. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. So you can even reuse stuff that's in the title because people on Depop sometimes search via hashtags. So vintage, bohemian, crochet, cottagecore. And then it was women's cardigan, cotton, Coldwater Creek, excellent condition, size 6, cream and white, vintage, pre-loved, 2000s, boho, cottage, Y2K is the style. This is a drop-down menu that you get to pick certain ones. Location, they already have this for me. Parcel size, I always ship via Depop personally. So they give you a couple different options here. Under 4 ounces, under 8 ounces, under 12 ounces, under 1 pound, under 2 pounds, and under 10 pounds. So this, I usually guesstimate, like I did not weigh this. Maybe I should weigh it. I would have to guess that it's under 12 ounces, but let's weigh this right here with my scale. It might actually be a pound, guys. It might be, and I might just be so bad at guesstimating. Oh, it is a pound. It's 1 pound. It's like right at a pound. So I have to change that to a pound, which is their medium size. And then item price, we're going to list this at $28. On eBay, I put 99 cents at the end, but on other platforms, I do not. You can on Depop. You can put cents, but I do not. $28. Post. And voila, nice. It's listed. Let's see if it's listed correctly. It is. Yep, the tags go in the end here. So I am going to go on my phone quick and add the back picture so I do not forget. It's actually funny. It shows me more from the seller. So this is more items that I have listed by Coldwater Creek right now on Depop. Currently, I have over 1,000 listings on Depop. This right here that's popping up is called Sellerator. This is what I have help me refresh listings. As you can see right here, it says refresh items. So this is like $12 a month. This does it for me. It also can send likes to buyers. It can relist items, but I do those on Vendoo. Vendoo now, you can send likes to buyers. You can send offers, not likes. Why do I keep saying that? You can send offers to buyers that like your items. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys real quick. I recently, probably about 3 or 4 months ago, I got a blue check next to my name, which means that I'm like a top seller. I think they call it a top rated seller. And that's just kind of cool. I have 84 5-star reviews. I have sold 354 items. And the amount just keeps going up. I don't know. Like I said, I just really have been loving Depop lately. So now I am going to take you on my phone and I'm going to show you how to list this via the app and show you how I do that. Okay, so I'm going to go to Depop on my phone, go down here to this little house button, and then you will see where it says list an item. Same thing goes. Pretty much everything looks almost the same as on the computer, except it looks like there's a little bit of less options. So we are going to add all of our pictures for this Chico sweater. Description. Again, we're going to start with the title. Chico's crochet sweater. Women's 1/large because it's a Chico's 1 or a US large. Brat green. Is that V-neck? No, it's not, but it's scallop. No. Bohemian. I always capitalize the first letter of every word in my title. Bohemian, beachy, Y2K, preppy, and then see how I just copy and pasted that? That is my template for every single listing. And then hashtags, we gotta add hashtags. If you are listing on your phone or computer on Depop, do not forget hashtags. Vendoo makes it super easy because they have a spot for hashtags, but if you are just listing on the app or on the computer, you might not remember. So, Bohemian, Brat green has been so popular, so we're going to put that in a hashtag. And of course, it auto-correct it. Brat green, crochet, beach. Okay, category, women's, tops, sweaters. Brand. I was going to say, can you search? You could tell I don't do this on the phone. Condition, excellent, size, large, price. We're going to do $28. Whoops, not $28.99. See, I'm so used to doing that. Color, we got green, style, pre-loved. Honestly, it's probably like a 2000s, but it's fine. Style. Let's see. Honestly, I feel like this could even be fairy. Cottage, fairy because of the green. And then boho, which This is so much faster on the computer because I could type it in. Done. Material. I'm not even going to put that. Occasion, size group. If it's petite or plus size, you put that. Worldwide shipping. See, I don't even know. If you do worldwide shipping, you have to just put a price. And I'm like, I have no idea. It really depends where the person lives. Like, I don't even want to get into having to ship internationally by myself. So I don't even mess with that. If you guys have done that before, let me know how it works, what you think of it. So worldwide shipping, not on. This is also probably about £1. And post listing. And we will see how this worked. Oh, well, that is not correct. I need to add the cover photo. Well, where is it? Is it not there anymore? Okay. I'm so confused. I definitely had a picture of that whited out. Like, where even is it? I have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably add that in Vendu because as you can see, if I go to my camera, the first photo is this white out background of that. But unfortunately here, it's not like that. So we're gonna fix that in Vendu. This is literally me as I was ending that clip. He was rubbing against the phone. But yeah, that is super odd. I don't know why it will not let me add the first photo of that. I'm gonna do that right now in Vendu before I forget, and I have to go fix it in Depop as well. So thank you so much if you've made it to the end of this video. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Hey, that's not for you. My son got these fake tissues and Jasper loves chewing on them. But if you have any questions, definitely let me know. I want to end this video by just showing you guys some recent sales that I've had on Depop. I'm gonna literally go in the app and just scroll through recent sales, show you what is selling right now. So you can kind of keep your eye out for those pieces that people like over there. So I actually sold a piece overnight while I was sleeping, and I did not even realize it until like this afternoon. And that was this pair of Angels jeans. I had them listed for $28. I sent the buyer, or actually Vendu did because they send auto offers for me now. Sent the buyer $22.40 offer. They accepted, and on that, Depop only took $1.55. So barely any fees taken off of that. That I'm going to ship out tomorrow. This other one sold 18 hours ago. And this was a full price sale. This was a Basic Editions cat fall crew sweatshirt. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I thought that was so freaking cute. I'm actually really happy it's sold now because I feel like this is more of again, a fall Thanksgiving cutesy. It sold for $25. On that $25 order, they took $1.56. So that is not bad at all. Jasper, what are you doing? Like, why? Those tissues and dryer sheets he likes eating. Does anybody else's cat like dryer sheets? Look at that down there. That's from him. You cannot eat that. Ew, it's all wet. Honey, I feel like that's literally going to make you sick. Can you actually not dig in my trash and eat stuff out of it, please? Anyway, after that, I actually had a day, which was not yesterday, which was Wednesday, Tuesday. I had 0 sales on Depop. It was wild. You could see I've had like 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 5 days ago, 6, 7, 8. Like, I literally have daily sales now. But 3 days ago, I didn't have any sales. But anyway, this Yankees hat sold. This was another full price sale, as you could see. This was not a vintage piece, but that sold. Before that was this North style sweater. This actually sold within like 2 days of me listing it. This plaid skirt sold for $22. That also sold within just a couple days. This sold within just a couple days. Another full price sale, $25. Crew sweatshirt. A lot of sweatshirts sell over here. This also sold really quickly. I got this at a regular thrift store. $29.60. Super cute cottagecore little Christmas sweater, winter sweater. But yeah, you guys, Depop is all about the unique pieces. This sold for $40 on Depop. That I've had for a while. Any fleece jackets like this, you always want to pick up. But overall, you know, Y2K, Vintage pieces definitely sell well over here, but also, like I said, normal pieces and modern pieces can sometimes sell as well. But yeah, definitely let me know if you have any questions. I don't think I forgot anything. Watch me like be laying down for bed tonight and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I meant to tell them that. I feel like I've had so many thoughts running through my brain ever since I've decided that I wanted to do this video a couple days ago. Oh wow, that's sun. I hope this was helpful. I love Depop. Definitely give it a chance. Like I said, sales are not going to happen overnight. You need to be consistent for a long period of time, but she will help you. If you help her, she will help you. You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.